Hey everybody, it's Trevor again, Carlson team at Heritage Reverse Mortgage. It is July, so happy 4th of July. This is a big one, of course, our 250th anniversary. And so I hope you're having a fun and safe weekend as you celebrate with your family. For our updates this month, want to let everybody know what's happening in the markets, of course, because like me, I'm sure you're anxious to see interest rates come down. And so I've got a few updates that we'll talk about today. And it might sound a bit like a broken record because we still are in somewhat of the same battle when it comes to interest rates. Now, a few months ago, I let you know that interest rates had shot up because of what was happening in Iran and the price of oil shooting up and those kinds of things. And that, unfortunately, as of today, is still our issue. However, the good news is that it seems like things are starting to settle. And so as the tensions ease in Iran, as gas prices are coming down again, we are seeing signs that this is going to help inflation and conversely will help with interest rates. And so stay tuned. Generally, what we see throughout the year is that the September to December typically have the lowest interest rates of the year because that's usually when the economy is the slowest. And so when I send you an update later this year, hopefully I'll have good news at that point. Other things that I think are going to play into our favor before the end of the year is that we do have a new Fed chairman. Of course, Kevin Warsh seems to be pro on lower interest rates. And the other thing that we don't talk much about is the fact that the US government has trillions of dollars of debt that needs to be refinanced this year. And so if anybody is motivated to have lower interest rates, it would be the US government, because if they can refinance all of that debt to lower interest rates, of course, that means less debt payments, and that's better off for all of us. And so again, I think there's a few things that could help us get lower interest rates this year, but stay tuned. We'll keep watching it. A couple other things that come up for a lot of my clients is what's happening to my home's value. And I want to put your mind at ease with this. Yes, there are pockets in the country and in various places throughout the state where home values have stalled out and even dropped by 5, even 10% in some cases. Now, I don't want you to feel like this is a 2008 repeat where home values are going to plummet. They should not. Unless we see major unemployment, home values generally hold pretty steady. And I think that will likely be the case for the next few years as well. Now, yes, will you see some stagnation there? Maybe in some markets. But keep in mind that since 1970, we've averaged 5% appreciation in the United States, and that includes the crash of 2008. And so your real estate, your home, yes, we might have a couple of bum years, but in general, real estate's the best place for you to protect your wealth and your assets. Finally, as I bring this video to a close today, I wanted to share some success stories. I love what I do. I love our clients. I love the people that we're able to help. And I like to talk more and more about the types of people that we're able to help and benefit. And so today I'm going to tell you about one of my clients. We'll call her Linda. And Linda just barely closed her loan this week. And this is a special experience because Linda had lost her husband about a year and a half ago. And since then, she's really just been slowly getting worse and worse financially. She's unfortunately worked through all of the money she had in savings. Her income is not enough to cover the mortgage and her other debts. And so little by little, her reserves were just becoming depleted. By doing her reverse mortgage this month, we were able to eliminate that payment. We were able to pay off some other debts and get her back above water. And so not only does she have enough to survive every month, she actually has a little bit extra every month. And so you can see why Linda is so excited to be closing her loan this week, because unfortunately, had we not done this loan, she was probably 3 or 4 months away from foreclosure. And so again, it's something that we love to celebrate. If you or somebody you know is in this type of a situation, please don't hesitate. Let's not wait until it's almost a situation of foreclosure. Let's look at that situation earlier so that we can help them get back on track sooner than later and get their finances back to a healthy place. And so thanks again for tuning in, guys. We'll check in next month with another update. We'll be watching those interest rates like a hawk. But if there's something we can do for you in the meantime, please let us know.